Charles, when people ask you, what business are you in, what do you say?
I used to say I print money for a living.
To me, it's almost like romance. Like when I saw Ivan's pants. Check out this dance. Vitalik is dancing. Vitalik is dancing. Vitalik is dancing. Why are they dancing? Vitalik is dancing. Vitalik is dancing. This guy is dancing. Why are they dancing?
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombies. So it's Friday, it's the weekend, we made it. If we have a look at what's going on today, you'll see there's not too much change across the board. I'm alright to just kind of go sideways for a day or two after that massive dump that we had following everything that was going on with the stocks and all that. So if we have a look, we are sitting above 200. We're at $202 billion market cap, which is good. Bitcoin dominance at 54% with a $6,300 Bitcoin. If we have a look at the biggest gainers of the day, 0x is up 17%. Not surprised about that one. Digix DAO, Basic Attention Token, Digitex Futures, Eternal Token, Nebulous, XRP, Funfair, and Loom Network. And as expected, we had this dip. It fell, and as soon as it touched the line, bounced right back up. So say what you want, guys, but we're still in that channel, so check that out. Now let's talk about the news, crypto, Twitter, all over the internet. Everyone's talking about Dr. Nouriel Roubini, aka Dr. Doom. So he was at the United States Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs that held an informational hearing titled Exploring the Cryptocurrency and Blockchain Ecosystem. Now, let's get into some of his criticisms right here, highlighted. Let's see what his issues were. So this is just a summary. Only criminals and terrorists use crypto. We've heard this one before. Mining is a huge harm to the environment. While they are currently working on green solutions, cryptocurrency users want a utopia where payments are decentralized without government or authorities, which is utterly ridiculous. There is widespread corruption, pump and dump schemes, wash sales, etc. I'll give them that one. Most tokens are non-compliant securities. Utility tokens take us back to the Stone Age with bartering. Even the Flintstones knew better than cryptocurrencies. They used clams for barter. Most corporations have found that blockchain technology is no better than a database, and no corporation or government would want to be on a public ledger. Well, there already are. So that statement can go out the window. But I thought one of the best articles that I read on the write-up was definitely from Crypto Briefing. So listen to this. It says, Nouriel Roubini may have chosen the wrong career. Despite a celebrated career as an economist at New York's University's Stern School of Business, Dr. Doom seems to have missed his calling in life. He should have done stand-up comedy instead.
99% of crypto land is one shitcoin traded for another shitcoin. And the average shitcoin lost 90% or more of its value in the last year. So crypto land is crap land, a cesspool of lunatics with severe Freudian scatological obsessions that swim 24/7 in their own stinking shit. And you know what they do then?
Hey, buddy! It's 5 a.m. There's nobody here! It's time to go home!
Honestly, I thought it was really funny how the Crypto Lark comes out with a video. He's doing stand-up, literally reading from actual tweets from the guy, and then same day, these guys make the connection of him being a stand-up comedian. It was just kind of ironic to me. So Roubini followed his performance in front of the Senate with some more comedy stylings, taking to Twitter to make an even bigger fool of himself, as my colleague said, losing the effing plot completely. So scrolling down to here, you also have Zach Warsavage noted that one thing people frequently fail to realize is that all transactions are tracked and recorded on a public ledger, the last thing criminals want. That transparent ledger has proven to be law enforcement's best friend when it comes to catching criminals, drug smugglers, and even Russian spies, a datum which was somehow omitted from Dr. Doom's speech. So Mr. Warsavage, I think I'm just going to start calling him War Savage because that's way cooler. So, War Savage said, Congress needs some serious education on this new technology and fast before other countries take the lead on an industry that will not only make the vast majority of our processes and industries more efficient, but will also create jobs, grow the economy, and become a global mechanism of trust. Now, if you didn't know this, incidentally, Mr. War Savage is one to know. As the North American strategist for Elastos, his employer has built and sold hundreds of thousands of smart web televisions which function as nodes in decentralized internet, but it might just be more nefarious Chinese influence, right? Also noting that this year we've seen exploding interest from legacy financial institutions to find ways to work with, not against, adoption of blockchain's immutable ledger. Now this is according to Mick Hagan, CEO of Mainframe. Rubini's recommendation that financial services rely on permission databases technology from the 80s reflects a school of thought that places strangleholds around innovation and competitive advantage in the global economy. Now also we had this guy right here. So this is Coin Center's Director of Research, Peter Van Valkenburg. Now, he took somewhat of a, different approach, telling the committee that while blockchain and cryptocurrencies are not perfect or even fully complete at present, they are a significant step in improving the financial situation for many. He cited the story of Roya Maboob, who was unable to pay her employees as many did not have bank accounts. Instead, she paid using Bitcoin. He also said Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. Is it perfect? No, neither was email when it was invented in 1972. Bitcoin's not the best money on every margin. It's not yet accepted everywhere. It's not used often to quote prices, and it's not a capable store of value, but there are still a lot of possibilities moving forward. And if you are interested, you can watch the full video right here on CNBC. I'll drop the link below. You can have fun for an hour and 48 minutes watching Dr. Doom's criticism, although most people are just basically saying he should have been a stand-up comedian, which I still think is a funny comparison. Now, moving on, let's talk about this. So you have a research report by Crypto Fund Research revealed that cryptocurrency-focused hedge funds are on the rise. It's expected that by the end of the year, 20% of hedge funds formed will be dedicated to cryptocurrencies. The statistics paint a good picture as the number has risen from 3% in 2016 to 16% in 2017. The figures defy odds as the significant growth has come amidst a bear market. So there you go. 1 in 5 hedge funds formed are crypto dedicated. Now let's get on to some coin news of the day. Obviously the big news, the announcement that Coinbase has launched support for 0x on its Coinbase Pro platform. Although trading will only be allowed once sufficient liquidity is established, the exchange notes that a separate announcement will be made when the token becomes available on Coinbase.com and on its iOS and Android apps. So 0x will be available in most jurisdictions except the state of New York during its initial launch. Always New York. As Coinbase states in the blog post, in the first transfer-only stage, customers will be able to transfer 0x into their Coinbase Pro accounts without an option to place orders. The second post-only stage will let customers post limit orders. However, with no matches, the subsequent stages, limit-only and full trading, will enable matching limit orders and full trading services, including limit, mark, and stop orders, respectively. Let's talk about some other exchanges, about YoBit pumping up the price. So yesterday, they came out with that thing that was like, in 22 hours, we're going to start putting one Bitcoin into a coin. I think it was like every minute, and we're going to pump up a random coin. Well, it turned out to be this guy over here, Putin coin, who's still up 37%. However, compared to the fact that it was up a whopping 1,400% after the pumps, I would say a lot of people that tried to buy in on the way down probably aren't doing so well right now. However, as you can see, what goes up must come down. There's the pump and there's the dump. So how is the SEC going to respond to things like this? I'm not too sure. You're basically blatantly pump and dumping. You're literally pump and dumping. That's what you're doing, literally. So, I don't know. We'll see what's going on with that. Now, let's talk about sad news for Bytecoin owners. Sorry, guys, if you're a Bytecoin owner. My apologies to you right now, but unfortunately, it's been delisted from Binance, and now it's being delisted from OKEx, and they're saying our regular monitoring of Bytecoin found that the project has been exposed to a critical technical issue that has been left unhandled. To protect the interests of our users, OKEx will delist all BCN trading pairs at 1900 hours, October 12th, 2018, Hong Kong time. So there you go. Quite surprised to see though. Still yeah, there you go. It's slowly losing price, but I mean, it still has a $257 million market cap, which is pretty insane. I mean, granted, after you did have that massive drop right here with the Binance. I'm surprised that this isn't having a bigger impact, but Bytecoin's been around for quite some time though, so we'll see what's going on with that. Also, speaking of exchanges listing, delisting, relisting, we have a relisting update. The metal market is open and trading will begin shortly. Now, a lot of people were they had some things to say about this. They were criticizing it, but Bittrex originally delisted metal because of the fact that the token they thought was considered a potential security, but now that metal pay is actually out, the token metal, MTL, actually is the utility token. So because of that, they relisted it. So I think it's more of just a regulatory thing. They're just trying to comply with stuff. So that's basically the situation on that. Now, let's get into a hacker who stole 165.3 ETH from the Spankchain platform has returned the funds.
Unlike banks and traditional payment apps, with Ethereum, your money is your money, safe and in your control.
So the hacker who stole the funds from the platform last week shared the private key for the wallet holding the ETH after speaking to Spankchain CEO on a phone call, which is weird. The company published an Ethereum transaction indicating its successful recovery of the stolen tokens. The hacker also helped Spankchain recover the roughly 4,000 booty tokens that were frozen as a result of the attack, which the company then bought and then tweeted about that. So in turn, Spankchain sent the hacker, whose identity was not disclosed, 5,000 in reward money, 4,000 for the booty tokens, and the 5.5 ETH the hacker originally used to execute the attack against the platform. So he made out well either way. So I guess it was like a friendly hack. It was like an ethical hack. Is that what it was? Could be. I don't know. So in its original tweet, Spankchain seemed to harbor no ill will toward the hacker, saying, "Congratulations, anonymous hacker," with an X. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Is it legit? You think he returned the money? Is it some weird inside stuff? I mean, I don't know. What would be the point of that, right? So that's basically what's going on with that story. Now let's talk about the big exciting news about Waltonchain today, revealing their IoT RU20, which is a UHF Android smart RFID reader-writer to support high-level application development. So I'm not going to get into all the technicals of it right now, guys. You can look at the link below. This is essentially it right here. These are the tech specs, and as you can see, these are some of the things: reduced interference, no misreading, data collection, high integration, user-friendly, perfect support for customer, high-level application development. So there you go, guys. If you want to look into this, I will drop that below. We also have something else sort of IoT-related. You have IOTEX published Scalable Practical Byzantine Fault Tolerance, with short-lived signature schemes in CASCON 2018 significantly improved the scalability of PBFT. So this is an academic paper release. If you guys are interested, you can have a look into this as well. We also have Trinity Wallet now available on Google Play. So you can come download that now, for Android. We're going to be waiting over here for the iOS release, as usual. And in other news, Propy will accept BNB for home buying. So Binance Chain is coming, and BNB will, which is a great store of value today, will turn into programmable money for the rapidly growing BNB community. We make it possible to invest in real estate with easy paperwork at Propy. So there you go, real estate on the blockchain, and you can use Binance to pay for it. Also, real quick, guys, this came out from the Ledger CEO explaining why you should consider putting your cryptocurrencies on a hardware wallet. Now, I assume this wasn't just a ploy to promote his project or his product, the Ledger, but it was actually a pretty good article. I read into it. I mean, obviously, most of us know all of these reasons, but how your private key stays on the hardware device. Even I don't know my own private key. I mean, that's how safe it is. You could put a gun to my head, I'd be like, I don't know it. So just read the article. Pretty good. Kind of goes into reasons why you should definitely look into owning a hardware wallet if you can. Now, here's something. In a surprising development, Coinbase is reportedly shutting down its index fund almost after 4 months of launch due to a weak investors' response. Maybe it was the bear market. So the exchange will now rather focus on new retail offerings known as Coinbase's Bundle in a bid to attract more retail investors. So basically, their bundle is kind of like where you can just buy like a basket of crypto, and you could buy it for as little as $25. So basically, they're focusing on, the retail investors, which that's fine by me. I mean, there's a lot of us out there. So that's, Yeah, I mean, I don't know, kind of like whatever news. But you also have a fake news site that uses the likeness of the New Zealand Prime Minister to promote articles on Facebook aimed to pump a crypto startup. So there was a bunch of sponsored posts that had recently emerged on Facebook featuring the image of the Prime Minister with headlines such as "New investment plans for Kiwis" and targeted at different age groups in the country. The post linked to a fake news website that appeared to be impersonating CNN Tech, with articles falsely claiming that the country's Treasury Department had just signed a $250 million deal to buy a company called Bitcoin Revolution. Oh, there we go, guys. That's it. They're going to start banning all the ads again. We're done. All the crypto ads are getting banned because one bad egg, right? So it appears that this is not the first time that the fake news site have associated the image of the Prime Minister with other promotions. A spokesperson for the Prime Minister's office was quoted as saying that the number of such fake ads have become too large for them to track. They said, "We aren't able to manually or digitally monitor the increasing volume of fake news that fraudulently uses images of the Prime Minister." And I think in general, fake news is just a huge issue. You know, even myself, I look at news every day. Sometimes I'll go out, I'll find like 3 different articles. They're all saying the same thing, all quoting sources. Sure, report on it the next day. Oh, fake news. It's like, you know, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you got to like freaking get the people on the phone, be like, hey, are you sure this is, you know, real news? So that's an issue that we're going to be combating moving forward. However, I have noted that there are different blockchain startups that have been actually focused on getting fake news, kind of, you know, figuring out which ones are credible, which ones aren't. Although, can you really ever 100%, you know, prove that something's real? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, moving on, final news of the day. We have a group led by one of South Korea's leading plastic surgeons, Dr. Kim Gun. He's made a major investment in crypto exchange Bithumb's holding company. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. So 50% plus 1 share, roughly 352 million. Yeah, I don't know much about this. All I could say is should have been a plastic surgeon. Looks like these guys make pretty good bank. So the other thing is, they also established an ICO analyst firm in Singapore. So according to them, the firm aims to help individual investors distinguish between scams and promising project models. So that's good news moving forward. So that's really it for today, guys. Nothing really else going on. It's Friday, so, you know, probably upload this video and like the headline of the century will come out like it always does. But that being said, I want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel. You guys are freaking awesome. Everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting, obviously I appreciate you, and you're the reason that I do this every single day. That being said, my name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.